Good afternoon, Vikes. My name is Scott Olney.
And I'm Tanner Boyle.
And today we're reporting to you from Boston, Massachusetts, where we're at the National Journalism Convention for this special edition of the Viking Voyage.
Today on the Viking Voyage, we're bringing you the normal news, plus a special story on our trip to Boston later.
But for our first story, we go to Natasha Nompensong with her shot on the Snapchat.
First there is Facebook, then Twitter, and then Instagram, most of which have become a huge part of people's lives here. But there's one more app that people can't get enough of, Snapchat. Let's go talk to a few of the Snapchatters here in WHS.
Did my first snap probably last year, around the beginning of my sophomore year.
Why do you like Snapchat?
No, it's fun. You can make funny faces.
Because it's fun and you can talk to people by sending each other pictures.
I like Snapchat because I can send funny messages to my friends and then they can't ever talk about them again.
How often do you catch a person making a silly face for Snapchat?
Oh, all the time.
Like once every 5.5 seconds.
Is it ever distracting in class?
Sometimes, depending on who it is.
Does this relate to the obsession of taking selfies?
It could, in some ways. People that don't use front-facing camera, unless they actually have a reason to, like me, my front-facing camera's broken.
Yeah, this relates because like sometimes people send, Snapchats and they're like, oh dang, I look good in this Snapchat, so they hit the save button. It just starts it all over again.
Is it going to stick around like Facebook or Twitter?
I don't really know. It's kind of a big thing now, but it's kind of dying off too, so.
Do people ever screenshot your Snapchat and use them against you?
Yes.
And in what way?
Like, they put them on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and whatever, it's just Snapchat.
Do people ever screenshot your Snapchats and use them against you?
Yeah. Yeah, that happened once or twice.
Did they use it to blackmail you?
No, they just used it to make fun of me. Nothing bad, just my friends. If I make a really weird face or I send something really stupid, they take a snapshot of it.
All the time, actually.
How does that make you feel?
Pretty bad. It feels pretty bad.
Snapchat continues to be a success. Let's all remember to take a moment and snap back to reality. I'm Natasha Nompensong reporting for the Viking Voyage.
And now we go to our very own Tanner Boyle with his story on the local band Mobius Strip.
Hey everyone, we are Mobius Strip from here, and this first song is called Das Groove Part 1.
I play tenor saxophone and piano in Mobius Strip.
I play the trumpet. Michael Burley plays trombone, Bo Harris plays guitar, and Levi Sutton plays the drum set.
It's kind of weird. It's has a lot of different types of musical elements, and the use of wind instruments in the type of music isn't commonplace.
We're an instrumental math rock jazzy band.
I'm really close with a lot of the other band members. They're all my best friends, and we've been playing together for a really long time, and so it's pretty fun to be in it with them.
It's pretty fun. It's kind of an interesting hobby. Gets you something to do, and it's fun to watch it grow and put a lot of time and work into it. So. And we're recording our first album right now. We have an EP out and recording our first album, so we don't have many shows, but we do have one at the Aftershock in Kansas City, in Shawnee, on the 29th of December.
We're not in Kansas anymore, but let's take a quick trip back so we can see Carrie McNutt's story on FFA Nationals.
Last month, October 30th through November 2nd, our Winfield FFA team traveled to Louisville, Kentucky to compete in the National FFA Convention. Let's first hear from their teacher, Mr. Carver, on how the trip went.
So how was your experience at Nationals?
It was a good trip. They did well, and we had a lot of fun.
How did you think the kids did?
They did good. They got, last May they won first for Kansas, and then they got to go to the national contest. And so all 50 states competed, and they came in 8th place. It was a fun trip. I mean, everybody got along well. It went well. I mean, it was pretty much laughing the whole time.
Now let's hear from a few seniors that went on the trip.
I have been in FFA for 4 years. I started my freshman year, and I'm still here, so. I do all sorts of different CDEs, which are career development events, but what we went to Nationals for was the parliamentary procedure event.
How was your experience at Nationals?
It was a lot of fun. This is actually my 3rd year going to Nationals, and they changed it to Louisville, Kentucky, other than Indianapolis, so it was definitely exciting to experience Louisville.
How did your Parlaw team do in Kentucky?
We did really well, we thought. We got 20th overall, and there's about 43 other states that we competed against.
FFA, I'm part of the parliamentary procedure team, which we just got back from Nationals, and we were in the silver division. And I've been in poultry, meat judging, livestock judging. Another one would be ceremonies, and that's it for the most part. I started off freshman year, but I really didn't get too active till sophomore year.
How was your experience at Nationals?
This is quite a unique experience. It's kind of what I was expecting, but I kind of wasn't. Like with the whole competition, I was expecting to be a lot more organized than what it was. The convention was actually pretty neat. They had a career show. It was all sorts of different kinds of companies were there. They had fun little activities to do. And then another neat place was Churchill Downs, which was a historic racing track, and that was fun to go and watch it. Too bad I wasn't 18 at the time, but it's fun.
I joined FFA in 8th grade, so it's going on 4 years now. This year I'm chapter president, and I was chapter treasurer last year. I've tried nearly every CDE that we can do, and I just got back from Nationals for parliamentary procedure.
How was your experience at Nationals?
Nationals was a lot of fun. I got to go with my favorite team that I've ever had, and we ended up in the silver division, which was pretty good for what we were expecting. I got to see some really cool things in Kentucky.
Now let's hear from the boys who traveled to Nationals with their agri-science fair projects.
We did an agri-science research project over the accuracy of arrows because we both like to hunt a lot.
How long have you been in FFA?
This is our first year.
How was your guys' experience at Nationals?
It's a lot of fun.
It was great. You know, we ate a bunch of good food. And we got to go go-karting. The hotel we stayed at wasn't very nice. We stayed in this little podunk hotel. We did meet a bunch of girls from Iowa though.
Then we went on the way home. We went to Churchill Down, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. They wouldn't let us place bets on the races. We were too young.
Cause you look like a kid.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been in FFA?
Well, that's a great question. I'm gonna let my friend John answer.
Well, since about freshman year, I think.
What do you guys do in FFA?
We do the Agri-Science Fair project, which is just a big science fair.
How was your experience at Nationals?
It was a lot of fun.
It's pretty great.
Met a lot of new people. Career fair was pretty cool. Shout out to Greg Carver, our advisor, for taking us on the trip, having a good time. Yeah.
Great guy.
Overall, the trip to Nationals for our Winfield FFA team was very successful. The Parlay team received 20th place and the Agri-Science Fair projects received 8th. Congratulations, guys. This is Carrie McNutt reporting from the Viking Voyage.
Winter sports are in full swing here at Winfield High School, and the boys and girls basketball team are no exception. The season opener is tomorrow night against Ark City. Here's a look at how practice has been going so far this season. What are your expectations for this season?
I think my expectations is to just be the best that we can be. Every day we come to practice, we need to work hard and we need to get better. Every time we step on the floor, whether it's practice or whether it's a game, I want us to get better. I want everyone to get better each and every day. And if we do those things and we have a good attitude and we give good effort, we will be successful on the floor on game nights.
To get back to state tournament, that's for sure. And then to prove, probably defensive-wise, we got to prove our defense.
I'm looking to improve record-wise from what we had last season. Our record wasn't as what I expected us to be, but my expectations are the same as last year. Get to state.
What do you look forward to in the game against Ark City?
I love it. It's a great rival. I like playing them, especially beating them. It means a lot. So.
We handled them pretty good last year, and I expect us to handle them like we did last year, this year.
What are your expectations for this season, and where are you looking to improve?
Biggest area of improvement, I felt like we took a big step last year in the confidence factor, but now it's about taking that next step. Fully expect to be above 500 this year, and hopefully good chance in sub-state, and we'll see where that can take us.
I think we all want to work on getting better, winning more games, getting less turnovers, probably.
It's the rivalry part. We got to play them two times last year. Once the very first game, which was my first game as a head coach, also first win as a head coach, so that had special meaning to me. We also played up at the Mulvane tournament, but you get to see the Ark City team. We got to see them this summer, play against them a little bit this summer. It's kind of a rivalry. It's more of a friendly rivalry on the girls' side, knowing their coach quite well, but just look forward to that extra hometown rivalry. First game of the year is always exciting.
So there you have it. The boys and girls basketball team look like they're ready to beat some Bulldog behind tomorrow night in Ark City. For the Viking Voyage, this is Sam Camp. Go Vikes.
And now, as promised, Haley Merz's story on our trip to Boston.
This year, our journalism staff took a trip to Boston, Massachusetts. Let's check it out. Our annual journalism trip this year took us to the great city of Boston, Massachusetts. We not only attended the National Journalism Convention, but we also enjoyed many other exciting experiences, including walking the Freedom Trail, going to Salem, Massachusetts, and ate tons of good food.
What did you eat while you were in Boston?
Clam chowder and Boston cream pie because they're classics and staples.
My favorite part was the sightseeing. I loved going to all the historical places because I'm taking AP US history this year, and so I like knew everything that they were talking about.
What did you think about your first subway ride?
It was kind of scary and exciting. I didn't know like how fast it was gonna be, but because we used it like every day, we got used to the routine, and it was just really fun.
It was not just fun and games, though. We also spent 2 mornings at the National Journalism Convention learning the tricks of the trade. What kind of classes did you take while you were at convention?
I took a class about the importance of color scheme in a yearbook, one about satirical writing, and that we can use writing that's funny to entertain our audience.
Do you think the classes were helpful to your yearbook?
Definitely. They were definitely, they definitely made an impact on how I am thinking about designing my pages this year and what I'm going to put in it.
From Boston, Massachusetts, I'm Haley Mers for the Viking Voyage.
Tag out. A shout out to Mr. Creedon. The Vikings are coming. The Vikings are coming. Signing out from Boston, I'm Tanner Boyle.
And I'm Scott Olney. Thanks for watching the Viking Voyage.